Rule number 125 related to future tense and future continuous tense. For both the tenses, we have the same rule. Let us see what the rule is. We use the helping verbs will and shall with first person singular and plural. What is first person singular? I. What is first person plural? We. With these two, we can use will or shall. We use only will with other pronouns. What are the other pronouns in a systematic way? You, he, she, it, and they. If the subject is I or we, first person singular, first person plural, we can use will or shall. I will come tomorrow, I shall come tomorrow. Some students think will means definite, shall means not definite. There is no difference if you are talking about future action. There is no difference between will or shall. Both mean the same. But they have other functions, then definite concept comes into picture. But whenever you talk about future actions, if you ask me, sir, will you come tomorrow? I can say, yes, I will come tomorrow, yes, I shall come tomorrow. And both mean the same. Do remember. Other pronouns, you, he, she, it, they, we use only will. I shall do it tomorrow, nothing wrong. They will bring the parcel on Monday, nothing wrong. But here these sentences are very simple. Do remember, in the exam they may give a lengthy sentence, unfamiliar context, about the same rule. Then it may be a little challenging. To overcome this problem, you have to read every day the newspaper. Then the context becomes familiar. One shot you can spot the error. For example, the new manager who has been appointed by the chairman of the company recently, or who has been appointed by the chairman of the company, shall issue the papers or shall distribute the papers tomorrow. A lengthy sentence, the new manager who has been appointed by the chairman, one clause is there, shall distribute the papers tomorrow. But here, shall is not correct. We have to use will distribute. Like that, they may give challenging questions. Rule number 126. So far, I have taught you guys. I told you, when we take English grammar, we have 12 topics. Of these 12 topics, the first 3 topics are based on words. English has about 8 lakh words. All these words are nothing but 8 parts of speech. And except a and the, these are called articles. And the first 3 parts of speech, first 3 topics based on words, parts of speech, articles, helping verbs. That is one thing. And you have learned a lot of rules, 100 plus rules over there. All those rules demand memory. You don't have to be intelligent, but you should be good at memory. After that, I started rules that go with core grammar. Core grammar, we have 7 topics. What are the 7 topics that go with core grammar? Tenses, question tags, conditionals, voice, speech, types of sentences, conquered. And all these rules are based on a bit of intelligence is required and conceptual clarity is required. Only then you can handle. And the most important topic when it comes to core grammar, tenses. Tenses broadly 12, divided into 2 groups. 6 basic or simple tenses, 6 perfect tenses. For many language learners, basic or simple tenses are very easy and familiar. But exam point of view, perfect tenses are very important. Among the 6 perfect tenses, present perfect continuous, past perfect, very important. And quite often they ask questions based on present perfect continuous, past perfect. The last 3 tenses, future perfect, past perfect continuous, future perfect continuous. These are very difficult to handle in the exam. The sentences become lengthy, they use time phrases, quite challenging under pressure. And if they want to make the paper tough, they touch the last 3 tenses, past perfect continuous, future perfect continuous. Till rule number 125, we have done with basic tenses, present continuous, past continuous, future continuous. After that, rule number 126 onwards, perfect tenses. And the very first one is what? The very first one is present perfect. Next is present perfect continuous. They have the same rule. What is that rule? If the subject is I, we, you, they, we should use have. If the subject is he, she, it, we should use has. We use a helping verb has with third person singular, that is he, she, it, and a helping verb have with all other pronouns. What are the other pronouns? I, we, you, they. We should use what? Have. He, she, it. We should use has. Same rule goes with present perfect and present perfect continuous. I have taught those topics, present perfect. I have been teaching those topics, present perfect continuous. She has won the match, present perfect. She has been teaching for the last 2 hours, present perfect continuous. The rule does not change. An important rule. Look at the examples. I have met the director. I have met the director. He has cancelled the program. I, we, you, they have. He, she, it has. And do remember these two tenses are very important based on the uses. Let us go to rule number 127. We use a helping verb had with all the pronouns. Which one is that? Past perfect continuous. After present perfect continuous, we have past perfect continuous. Whatever the subject, whatever the noun, whatever the pronoun, we use the helping verb had. That is a rule. We use the helping verb had with all the pronouns. What are the pronouns? First person singular, first person plural, second person singular and plural, third person singular, third person plural. All the pronouns, all the nouns take the helping verb had. And the same rule goes with past perfect and also past perfect continuous. We had fixed the fan before he came. We had fixed. She had made dinner by the time he came. Both the sentences are in past perfect, and whatever the subject, I, we, or he or she, we should use had. Rule number 128, future perfect continuous. This is an important rule because it goes against what you have learned so far. What have you learned so far? We use with I, we, you, they, we use have. With other pronouns, we use has. But here, whatever the subject, we use have. Look at the rule. We use a helping verb have with all the pronouns, including third person singular. This is the most important dimension. So far, you have seen he, she, it has, but here third person singular also have. Why? I will explain. That means, what does it mean? I, we, you, he, she, it, they, we use have. When you go to the example, you understand why. He will have reached by this time tomorrow. Here we have one helping verb, will. And I have already taught, when you use a verb after any helping verb, you should use it in bare infinitive. What is the verb here? To have, the primary auxiliary, to have. Without to, it is called bare infinitive. And here this have is basic form without to, which is called bare infinitive. Because of that, we should use, what is it? Bare infinitive. Because of that, we have to use have. He will have, she will have, I will have. Bare infinitive. Please be careful, infinitive. She will have completed the work by Monday. Usually what students think, subject is he, subject is she, we should use has. That rule is not applicable here because here another rule comes into picture. What is the other rule? Whenever you come across a helping verb, after the helping verb, if at all there is a verb, and that verb, it can be a helping verb, it can be an action verb, that verb should be in bare infinitive. What is the meaning of bare infinitive? Basic form without to. I hope you guys got it. That's all for today. But do remember, present perfect continuous, past perfect. I'll spend some time on these three uses. Present perfect, there are 5 uses usually I teach offline. Here I will tell 2 important uses. The first one, we use present perfect to express an action that happened in the past but for which the time aspect need not be mentioned. That means what? In English, to express a past action, we have 2 tenses. One is, you all know, past tense. The other one, present perfect tense. If there are 2 tenses to express a past action or an action that happened in the past, naturally you get the doubt where to use past tense, where to use present perfect. Any past action, time is important. Imagine, time is important, we should use past tense. Any past action, time is not important, action is important, we use present perfect. One of the differences between those who are good at English and those who are not good at English, use of present perfect tense. Those who are not good at English, they use past tense quite often. Those who are good at English use present perfect quite often. For example, if I say, did you see that movie? That is wrong. Here I am talking about a past action where time is not important, action is important. I have to say, have you seen that movie? Answer, yes, I have seen. Next, I want to know the time. I will shift to past tense. When did you see? I saw it yesterday. This is how the conversation should go. And quite often, present perfect tense is important at the workplace. Written English, conversational English. Because written English or conversational English, workplace, we talk about actions, not about the time factor. And conversation English, we ask questions like, have you done the work? Have you completed the work? Have you met the manager? Have you done this? Have you done that? We should not use past tense. This is something very important. And one more reason why the first use is important, many Indians make a mistake. They tend to say, I have met the director, yesterday. Tell me, is it right or wrong? Seems to be okay, but it is wrong. Why is it wrong? A typical or common error made by educated people whose mother tongue is not English. They make a combination. What is the combination here? I have met the director. This is in present perfect. And yesterday, independent time in past. That's a wrong combination. In the exam, they've given many a time. And students ask me, so where to correct? Do we have to remove the word yesterday or do we have to change present perfect to past tense? Never touch the time. Imagine they have divided the sentence like this. Don't touch the time phrase. Sometimes you can, in this context, you cannot touch. Based on the time phrase, you have to decide the tense. Yesterday means which tense? Past tense. But here it isn't present perfect. That is wrong. So how do you correct this sentence? I have met the director yesterday, wrong. What are we supposed to say? I met the director yesterday. Then it is correct. Have you guys got it? Time don't touch. This is the first use of present perfect. Never use present perfect tense plus independent time in past. That's a wrong combination. They have given many a time. I have met the director, and conversation English we use present perfect quite often. I said usually I teach 5 uses offline, but here first one is important, last one is important. I will teach 1 and 5. What is the 5th one? We use it to express an action that begins in the past and comes to the present, does not go into future. Imagine past and this is present. A situation like this, we use present perfect tense. Imagine someone came to this city in 2015 and is leaving in 2025. Tomorrow he won't be in this city. What is the context here? Past to present. And then how do we express that situation in English? He has been in this city for 10 years. He has lived in this city for 10 years. But here there are two prepositions you have to recollect. One is since. Since goes with specific time, and the other one is for. For goes with a time period. The same situation we can say he has lived in this city since 2015, or we can say he has lived in this city for 10 years. These two are very important prepositions, and they go with present perfect continuous. Many exams they have given questions. And how do they test your knowledge? In one exam they gave, he is our professor since 2020. I always tell students, when you read a sentence, you have to focus on the time phrase. What is the time phrase? Since 2020. That is very specific. Then the moment you see the prepositions for or since, immediately you have to think of two tenses. Present perfect continuous. Here we cannot use present perfect continuous. Context talks about past to present. And then we cannot use present perfect continuous, we have to use present perfect. And the given sentence is in present tense, then it is not correct. What is the correct sentence here? He has been our professor since 2020. He has been our professor for 5 years. This is something very important they have given in many exams. This is the second use of present perfect tense. Present perfect, quite often they ask exams. In the exams, quite often they touch present perfect, either active voice or passive voice. They have completed the work. The work has been completed by them. They may touch active voice or passive voice. What is the use of present perfect continuous? Actions begin in the past, come to the present, may go into future. Past, present, future. I started the session at, let us say, 5:15. 5:30 teaching, time 5:30. I taught till 6 p.m. If someone asks me, at 5:30 someone asks me, so what are you doing? Casual answer, I can say, I am teaching. But if I want to be specific, I will say, I have been teaching since 5:15, or I have been teaching for the last 15 minutes. Either since or for. I have been teaching since 5:15, quarter past 5. I have been teaching for the last 15 minutes. And imagine the same situation. One person came to this city past. He is in the city. He is going to be here. He came to this city in 2015, 2025. He is here and his stay will continue. Then how do we express that in English? He has been living in this city for the last 10 years, or he has been living in this city since 2015. We have to shift to present perfect continuous. It stops in present, past to present, present perfect. Past, present, future, present perfect continuous. And this knowledge is very important, and these two tenses we use quite often. Imagine you see your friend at the bus stop, you ask the question, what are you doing? Your friend may say, I'm waiting for the bus. Next question we ask, how long have you been waiting? How long have you been waiting? Present perfect continuous. Your friend may say, I have been waiting since 10 o'clock, or I have been waiting for the last 2 hours. Present perfect continuous. Usually I give the example, how long have you been learning English? I have been learning English in this institute for the last 2 months, or since so and so month. And these two tenses, do remember, very important, and they have given many a time. What is the third one I said very important? Past perfect tense. Past perfect tense. This also they have touched many a time. Imagine there are two actions that happened in the past, one after the other. For the first action, we should use past perfect. For the second action, we should use past tense. For example, they started the program or the function before I went there. Is this right or wrong? It is wrong. Here we have two actions. First action, they started the function. Second action, I went there. Second action should be in past, nothing wrong here. But first action should be in past perfect. It is in past tense. So what is the correct sentence? They had started the program before I went there. They had started the program before I went there. I hope you got the subtle difference. They started the program before I went there, wrong. They had started the program before I went there. And past perfect tense, we use four conjunctions: before, by the time, when, after. If you use before, you should use past perfect before that. And you use the word after, you should use past perfect after that. For example, I went to the theater after the movie had started. After the movie had started, that is the first action. I should use past perfect. I went to the theater, second action, it should be in past. So these three tenses very important, not only from rules point of view, but also from users point of view. You got to be damn sure about these three tenses, and not only from exam point of view, but also from conversational English point of view. We use these quite often.